Hey, what's up guys? If you are watching this video, that means you are looking for something to help you change your life. So I'm gonna cover the one big secret that you need to know that's going to allow you to do this. And again, there's no bullshitting you here. It's something you've actually done before in life already, but I'm just gonna give you the framework and the fundamentals behind it. And if you stick with me throughout the video, I'm gonna cover steps for you to take during the video so that when the video is over, you'll have already started executing on changing your life. So please stick with me. First thing I want you to understand before I give you this big secret to changing your life is a little background, and it's very simple. We all act consistent with who we believe we are. This is just a natural law of humans that we will absolutely do what fits in line with how we see ourselves. Put another way, very simply, we live who we believe we are. So next I'm gonna give you a framework that's gonna work and help you actually implement this one secret that's gonna allow you to change your life, and it's super simple, so stick with me here. I want you to get down 3 words that describe yourself currently. Maybe you're happy, energetic, positive, or maybe it's lazy, you procrastinate. Good or bad, doesn't matter, but get those words down. The first 3 that come into your head. You don't need to think hard about this, just let it come up. So second, I want you to write down 3 roles that you play in life, and also think of these as the titles you have in life or the labels you have. Only note here is when I say roles, do not put things like relationship roles, like mother, father, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, sister, brother. Don't put that. But roles, you can put maybe what your job title is, maybe your hobbies, like a musician or artist, doesn't matter. But just put 3 of those major roles or titles you have in life that you label yourself with or others might label you with. So awesome what you got so far. Next, I want you to understand something that's very important to using this secret I'm gonna give you, which is we got 2 things that we do in life, which is our shoulds and our musts. And Tony Robbins talks a little bit about this, and it's super helpful. Your shoulds are those things like, I should probably be eating better, or I should go to work or school a little earlier so I'm not late every day. The shoulds are exactly what they sound like, the shit that does not happen. And then you have your musts. And we have a lot of both of these, shoulds and musts. We have plenty of these. Your musts are the things that you execute on without a doubt, no matter what. They're just part of who you are. We could say your musts are part of your identity. So I'm gonna tie this back into what we just covered, which was you have 3 major roles in life and you just identified them. I want you to put down at least one must, or when I say the word must, think of one thing that you have to do that allows you to define yourself in that role. Now that you guys got that down, you got 3 words to describe yourself, you got 3 major roles you play in life, and you have at least one must that you do that goes along with each role you play, you're all set to actually implement this secret. So the one big secret that you need to changing your life is an identity shift, okay? Let me explain that. What is your life? Think about that. What is life? Well, life is basically your identity. You know, it's who you are, it's what you do. So that's why identity shift is the one big thing you need to change your life. Because once you see it that way and understand that your life is just your identity pretty much, and the roles you play, the things you do, and how you act, then to change your life, you just need to change your identity. You need a shift in identity. Again, stick with me for this part, because then if you execute here, you'll have already started to change your life, or AKA change your identity. All we're gonna do is do what we just did before. I had you pick 3 words to describe yourself and the roles you play, and then pick at least one must that goes with each role. That helped us identify who you are right now, your current identity. Now, to have an identity shift, you need to know where you are and where you want to go. You have where you are now. Do the same thing and identify that future self you want to be, how you want to act. Pick 3 words that describe that future self. Pick 3 new roles that your future self would play, and pick at least one must, at least one thing you would have to follow through on to be part of each role. Once you guys got that, you'll see that you have your current identity and that new identity. We just got a gap to bridge now. And I'll be realistic. you're not going to easily be able to do this. Otherwise, there would be no gap. You would already be living this new life. You would already be making this change in life. It was easy to do. So I'm not bullshitting you here again. This gap has one thing in the way, which is a limitation. So I'm going to set you up with how to work with that as well. So once you guys have this, I want you to put this in the comment section below. This isn't for me, but this is for you. So you can access it whenever in the comments, and I want you to screenshot it or put it in your notes so that you always have it. And once you have this down, you now have a basic framework of what your new life, your new identity will look like. So all you're going to do is put down those 3 words that describe you and put down those 3 new roles you will play in life. And next to each role, put one must, or one thing you have to do to follow through on being part of that role. So once you got that, just post that comment below and get that screenshot. So you got that framework to work with to change your life. Last thing I want to cover is the gap between your current identity and your new identity has one thing in the way, which is limitations. The reason you're not living this new identity already is because you have some limitation that came up at some point. So what I want you to do is understand that you created all of these limitations, even if you didn't want to or don't really feel like you did. So what I want you to do is ask yourself, when did I decide to set this limitation that stops me from living each of these new roles I want to live? So once you got that limitation, like maybe the role is you want to be an artist, but you have a limitation like you're just not good at art yet. You just suck too much to ever get good at it. I want you to now make one sentence just to help you out that proves how this limitation is wrong. And it could be something as simple as, it doesn't matter where I start at. If I put in effort, I can get good at being an artist. So then you're all set, because once you've done that, you now have the limitation which blocks the gap between your current identity and your new identity taken care of. You know that limitations are the only thing that's in that gap. And this one sentence you created has now completely taken away all the credibility of that limitation you created. So with that said, you guys are all set. In this video, if you stuck with me and listened, you've identified your current identity, got really clear on this new identity or new life you want, and you've even understood and learned how to bridge the gap between them, which is limitations and rejecting limitations and understanding that they're not true. They're just something you made up. They're limiting beliefs. So awesome work, you guys, and I hope that this secret to help you change your life is effective, and I hope it works for you. So awesome, you guys. I hope that this one secret to changing your life, which is just simply an identity shift, was effective for you, and I hope that you make this comment and use it or note this stuff somewhere of what your new identity is going to look like. So if the video helped you guys out, please leave me a like, leave some more comments about what changes you want to make in life. Lastly, subscribe if you're interested in getting more mindset mastery content. Thanks for sticking with me, and I will see you in the next video.